Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. Oh my gosh, you guys. So this one's different. This one that we're gonna do now is okay, so his girlfriend or his wife, I can't remember. If you guys were married, I apologize, but it's irrelevant to the spell. But she wants him to stop running around. Like he's always traveling here and there for his friends and doing this and that and just leaving her behind. So we're going to stop him in his tracks. That's what I'm going to call this one. Stop in your tracks. Because your woman is tired of you making her feel like she doesn't matter. And I can relate to this because I had a boyfriend once who was always going here and there and running around with his friends all the time and would just leave me, and I just felt like I was alone all the time. And I just decided, you know what, if I'm going to be alone all the time, then you might as well just go, because I'll just be alone and not have to, you know, I don't put up with shit. So, but she's not putting up with it. She's doing a spell. Yeah. So we're going to freeze him. I'm putting some herbs. Oh, sorry. I'm putting some herbs on him. And every time, I'm sorry, you guys. This is bugging me. Okay, what did I do? Is it this one? Okay. So, is what I'm going to do to him. Every time he has to go somewhere or wants to go somewhere, he's going to get sick. He's going to be like, oh, I don't feel good. I just don't feel like going. Every time he wants to go run around with his buddies, every time he thinks he's going to go here or there or fly off to this place or that place and leave you, he's going to feel sick. And it might take a little bit of time. But it'll be like almost like a subconscious thing, and his brain will tell him every time he has to travel that he gets sick not to do it. And so, and it might just work right away. I don't know. But I'm thinking that you'll have to let me know how it works, because I'm really curious. So I have my freezer potion here, and I'm going to put this on him, and then I'm going to wrap him up in foil and herbs, and then he's going in the freezer, and I'm going to freeze him in his tracks. And he will be froze. He'll be stopped. He'll get sick every time. He'll get dizzy, he'll get nauseous, he'll have diarrhea. He's going to be so sick every time he has to travel. He's not going to want to go anywhere ever again. He's just going to want to be with you, stay home, and just not want to go anywhere, because every time he goes somewhere, he gets sick. And you're going to be like, what's the problem? Oh, are you sick again? Oh. What a shame. Guess you better stay home with me then, huh? I'm so mean, I know. Anyways, that's what I came up with. So, this is my freezer spell potion, and it's pretty fucking tasty. And I'm going to be putting this on him. I don't really want to touch it. I need it. I only want it like on. I want you guys to see his picture, because it's pretty big. I've already written all the stuff all over here. and it's good to go. But I'm going to go, I guess I'll go ahead and use my spoon because I don't want to touch it. And on you, every time you think you're going to go, every time you go, every time you leave her, every time you want to hang out with your friends and travel around and leave her, you're going to be sick. You're going to get sick. You're going to be throwing up. You're going to have diarrhea. You're going to have cramps. You're going to just feel horrible every time you try to leave her behind. You're going to get sick. You're going to be dizzy. You're going to shit yourself. You're going to be throwing up. You're nauseous. You just feel horrible. You can't go anywhere. Every time you try to leave her, you will be sick. This is for SF, by the way. His name is SF, okay? Just so you know. Every time you try to go, you're going to be sick. Every time you travel, you're going to be sick. You can't handle it anymore. You need to stay home. You need to not leave your girl. You're going to be sick every time you try to go. Okay. So nasty. And I'm not going to tell you guys what this is because it's a poison and it will make you sick. And I have to be more responsible with my herbs and telling you guys what I'm using and stuff because I want to. I'm sure you can tell what it is just by looking at it if you know your herbs, right? So mean. I know. That's right. That's what you have me for. Okay. Oh, that's right. You have a trip coming up, don't you? Well, you're not going on that trip. You're going to be so sick that you cannot go on that trip. Everything's going to fall apart. Nothing's going to work. Your flight will be canceled. It'll be delayed. You won't be able to get to the airport on time. You're going to be sick. You're not going to feel good. You're just going to stay home with your wife, your girlfriend, your woman. Stay home with her. You don't want to travel anymore. You're sick of traveling. Every time you travel, it falls apart. Nothing goes right. You lose your luggage. You get sick. You lose your wallet. You get a flat tire on the way to the airport. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. You need to stay with your girl. You need to quit traveling so much. It's time to settle down. Everything will fall apart. Nothing's going to work for you. Nope. You're done. Hang on a second. I want to write his name down because I'm going to have to be chanting over this a little bit, so I have to write it down. Just give me a second. Give me a second. He has an interesting name. I curse you. I curse your traveling. You will stay home from now on. No more traveling. It's going to stop now. You stay home with your wife, with your girlfriend, with your woman. You're done. I freeze this behavior. I stop this behavior. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. You will no longer travel. You will stay with your woman. You will stop traveling. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. You will be sick. You will not feel good. You will stay home. Name and write what I want. How's this spell name again? It's a weird name. I like it though. It's interesting. It's not something you hear every day. Okay, and guess what he's getting? That's right, spider oil. Because we want him sick. Every time he has to travel, he's going to have the shits. He's going to be throwing up. He's going to not feel good. And blah, blah, blah. That's what you get. And one day, maybe, you guys will learn how to treat your women better. It could happen. You never know. Without having to have spells put on you. So is what I'm going to do is enchant this. I'm going to have the fire burning over it. And then I'll put it in a baggie with his name on the outside so I'll know whose it is. And then I just throw it in the freezer. And I have like a whole section of the freezer in my freezer with these in them. And I don't ever use the freezer downstairs anyway, so it's just for my curses. Yes, it is. Stop you in your tracks, motherfucker. You're not going nowhere. Sorry. Wasn't necessary. I apologize. No, I don't. But anyways, okay, you guys. That's it for this one. I'm going to take a picture of it and put it up on the working altar. And then it will go in the freezer later probably in a couple of days. I'll probably work on it over the weekend. Give it a few good candles. And, you know, put some more intent in it. And then it will go in the freezer. And we will be back in a few moments with the next one. Alright, peace out.